a lot of the management, marketing, and promoting other artists, including ourselves. What else is there? Oh, definitely music production. So we produce our own music. Trying to think what else. That really is just like, it's such a broad thing to do. So basically everything that involves the music industry, whether that's publishing or working at a record label or at a radio station.
Contractual agreements?
Yeah, contractual stuff. Yeah, deals. Yeah, agreements. Yeah.
How many of you were in music education?
Oh, so basically everyone. Everyone else that is.
I'm business.
You business as well. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can get started. Just by means of introduction, it might be nice for the performers just sort of go say your name, what you play, what you sing, and possibly where you're from, just to sort of put some names to faces, and then kind of the floor is open. I mean, I have tons of questions if you don't. But this is meant just to be a super casual, super friendly, get to know musicians from around the world, really at the highest level of playing. So yeah, maybe we can go.
You start.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Ella Garcia, I'm from Germany, and I'm a violinist.
Okay, I'm Adriano Leonardo, I'm a pianist, and I'm from Italy.
Sorry, for pianists.
I'm Julia, I'm a pianist and a composer. I teach at the university in Serbia. I'm from Serbia, from Novi Sad.
I'm Paolo, I'm from Italy, from Calabria, and I'm pianist.
I'm Anna, I'm originally from Serbia, but I live in Austria. I play cello and I'm also a composer.
I am Pablo Rossi. I was born in Argentina, but I am living in Madrid. I am a singer, baritone.
Hello, I'm Tatiana. I'm a pianist. I'm from Ukraine, but I'm living in Spain, in Madrid.
Go ahead and announce yourself.
My name is Alyssa, I'm actually a graduate of Bradford University, I was in the music business program here, and I did my internship with ELO, which is Wine with These Wonderful People.
And,
I'm a host.
and I'm Shannon Dillon. So if any of you guys are interested in an internship with EGLA, you'll want to work with Dr. Gallups and Dr. Cataldi, and they'll get in touch with me. So, and we're actually, Wayne, I know that we had talked about music business not being the limited applicant pool, but I think we're going to open it up to all music majors. So that way it gives everyone an option to jump in and be a part of it. The internship includes helping at the end of basically our tour here in Virginia. And then you'll come to Sicily, hopefully, in the summer months to help with the full competition in itself. So be a good opportunity. And it's definitely, as Alyssa can attest, it's a great experience.
And the food is fantastic.
Anissa could share what the experience.
Oh, me?
Yeah, because it's personal too.
So yeah, the internship, when they arrive here in Virginia, you spend a lot of time with them, you help drive them around, you help make sure they get to and from locations, rehearsals, meals, things like that. You get to know them on a very friendly level. I've been staying with them in the hotel this year, and it means that we're together the whole time, we're talking, playing games, breaking bread together. So you make a lot of very personal connections to them, and as you listen to them speak, they have amazing experiences. Some of them have done performances not just through EBLA, but all over the world beyond that. Some of them are teachers, some of them are astounding, just people who have this strive to be the best that they can be, and it's always very interesting to hear how they achieve those things. While they're here, it's a lot of just helping them, answering questions about what to expect, things like that. And then once you go into EBLA at the competition in Sicily, it's a lot of flexibility. It's a lot of momentary, oh, I have to go do this right now because this thing needs to happen. So you have to be willing and able to just kind of fill in gaps wherever it's needed. You have to be prepared to do anything from moving around stands to making copies copies of a program to announcing names for the performers who are going on next during the competition at the various stages. You have to be able to navigate the city, you have to be able to be comfortable just on your own with minimal direction and able to throw yourself into the opportunity to know the musicians, know the place, and know what's going on at these various locations. It's a lot of communication and it's a lot of fun. It was probably the highlight of my time here at Radford, and that's speaking very generously because Radford has a lot of great opportunities for students, as I'm sure a lot of you have experienced so far, and definitely like that week and a half period in EBLA was my favorite thing in all of it.
So real world, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And do you know what EBLA is?
We can start there.
So it's actually a city. It's the city where we have the competition. So EBLA, Sicily.
Ragusa.
EBLA, Sicily. So you know at least where that is coming from. It's not just an acronym, which a lot of people think that's what it is. So. And this is the 33rd year?
32nd?
32nd. Okay. Yeah, so it's a good long running competition. And this is Dr. Montesanti, who's the president and founder, and Mr. Yazzie back there, who's the artistic director. So the foundation is based in New York City.
I will tell you a couple of things because this university was pivotal in the creation of IBLA. Everything started actually here in 1991, 92. I was studying in North Carolina. I came here, my professor took me here for the Bartok competition at the time. I was lucky enough, I won first prize, and that started my career as a pianist in the States. On the other side of the competition was, Chandler was the chair, George Chandler was the chair of the competition until he passed away. For a long time, he was the competition in Radford. And having met him at the competition, I was then able to study with him in New York. Julia, then I moved to New York and then started. But when I was here with Chandler, the following year, because the competition would offer you to be a winner and then be part of the jury the following year, I remember that Chandler would give interviews saying bad things about competition. It was like, competition should not exist, competitions are bad, musicians should not compete. It was against the concept of competition. Yeah, I remember this really shocked me. It was really amazing because my career had been always at the competition. Every competition I won in Italy had given me great possibilities to work in Italy. This competition made my career from the 90s over. So I can only say good things about competition. They were excellent for my memory, for my focus. I still remember today when I was competing in the 80s, when the jury was turning pages and I had to play by memory. I thought I made a mistake here, a mistake there. And then I would win. I was like, what's wrong? Maybe the teachers didn't see all the mistakes I made. So I personally had a great relationship with competition. So the struggle started with in conversation with Chandler. And we decided, okay, let's have a competition. IBLA has to be a competition that is everything you want it to be and try to get rid of the negative part of it. So first thing was like, don't put musicians like horse racing, one next to the other, which means I cannot have a pianist next to a pianist, possibly playing Chopin at the same time, one after the other, but completely different programs, and alternate instruments. So it becomes more a festival and not competing that way. Then even the age limit, no age limit. We have had like grandmothers that find time finally in their life, they retire, and they want to go back and perform. So we have the grandmothers from Manhattan, for example, going to Sicily to perform Haydn and win the competition. Or singers that they after divorce, after messy moment of life, they're like too late to enter competition now. And from California, same thing, and they win and they restart their career. So age limit, one of the things. So you are from a child, like this summer we had a winner from Mongolia, 8 years old, an amazing performer, but amazing, mature, not the kids that you think perform anything fast, mature, unusual, next to a, let's say, 50-year-old performer, both performing and traveling together. Music problem. Perform only what you feel at your heart that represents you. Our competition is not a test to see whether you were good at school, which means if you played well Haydn, or you played well Beethoven, or if you played well Bartok, we are not testing but we want to hear your talent, what you have a passion for, and that's your program. So creating these basic rules at the time, and this was 1991, 92 when we did this, we created a festival competition, and we don't have first, second, third, fourth prize, but we have a tier of outstanding performers, and then for technical reasons, for example, among the outstanding, because it's a number of them, then the foundation has to, for example, refund expenses for a number of these people based on the budget. Then there are the top of the outstanding, they get full sponsorship. And then other people get less sponsorship considering the score of the jury. But you never find first, second, third, but you hear top prizes and outstanding performers. We used to have more of this, publishing more of these results, but then we found out, for example, in Korea, they were waiting the results of the competition before assigning teaching positions in universities. And some people wrote to us saying, please don't publish my score if it's low because it would damage my job, my possibility to get a job. And so, for example, we would just stay with that top outstanding and most distinguished. We would publish only the top scorers. So all different things, you know, that you learn through the way to make it more friendly to a musician, make it positive and not damaging. Then we have contestants that come 2-3 times because they like it, they couldn't deliver fully what they want to deliver, so a couple of years later they come again and then they win later. There is always no letters of recommendations that come in from different directors, different universities, different conservatories, but a performer can recommend himself or herself, can write, I want to be a diva because of this, because of that. Usually all the self-recommendation, we all take them, because that means that again, there is more of a reason for a person to really, to come and to be heard by us. And then there is this sense of festival, because in Italy we perform all day long with audiences around. So you're playing here, and there could be people walking by, kids running around. So people that survive the Ibla, I always say, if you can focus there and go through Ibla, then you can play upside down, no matter where, in the world, you will perform. In fact, Julia, this year, when we were in Dallas in Texas, she didn't sleep for 3 nights before performing. 3 nights, because the travels were canceled flights.
Delayed, canceled.
Until even New York, they were moving the flight every 2 hours, so ended up at the airport until 6 in the morning. And arrived, showered, performed, was the first to perform in the group, went back into the room and slept. After 3 nights not sleeping, and performed beautifully. That's part of who we are. Go through anything. If the instrument, the piano doesn't play well, a key is missing, or a string is broken, we play anyway. Nothing stops us. That's part of the industry. Thank you.